What's up everyone? Coach Dave here, Mr. Defiance Training. So many of you, high school athletes, full-time college student, working full-time, working multiple jobs, going to school and working. Basically what I'm trying to get at here is we got busy schedules. You know, it can be hard to stay on top of your meal prepping. Sometimes times get tough. Sometimes, man, you think, I want to put on this muscle, I want to live this bodybuilding lifestyle, but I don't got the time, I don't got the money. Today I want to give you some tips on how to make meal prepping not only cost efficient, but efficient in general. Alright, so first off, let's start about with the cost. One little secret that I learned was anytime anything comes in multiple sizes. So for example, I got eggs right here. Eggs come in a dozen, 18, 20 pack, 60 pack, 70 pack. Every time they come in multiple packets like that, always get the one that has the biggest amount. So in this case, these eggs came in a 70 pack. That means that it is the cheapest per egg if you do the math. Divide the cost by how many servings or how many quantities of little things that you get. It will be a lot cheaper compared to if you get a smaller pack. Same thing with the oats right here. There was this big size right here and there was one that half size. You compare how many servings there are in the back, then it will be a lot cheaper as well. Sorry about that, battery cut out, had to replace it real quick. But anyways, like I was saying, yeah, bigger serving size equals less cost per, or bigger container equals less cost per serving, and it will last you a lot longer as well. So you save money right there, even though maybe a couple cents at times, it all adds up eventually. All right, speaking about costs, brand names, generic brands, it's all the same, man. It will taste the same. You're doing this for taste, not for taste. What am I talking about? You're doing this for a purpose, to put on muscle, to feed you. Food is fuel. Don't worry about the brand right here. Kroger brand. All right, could have gone Quaker Oats. Oats are oats, man. Just get the generic brand. It's a lot cheaper. They all taste the same. You don't have to be so picky about this. We're doing this for results. Now, those are the two biggest takeaways I give you for cost. Now let's talk about efficiency. How can you find time to prep these things? Number one, find one day out of the week, just get it all done out the way. 1 hour, 2 hours max, you can get enough food for the week, all right? You just gotta set around the time. Think about it. If you were to be cooking your food fresh every day, then you have to re-wash the dishes, reheat the pans, repack everything. And it all adds up. Why would you do it multiple times a day, 7 times a week, when you can just do it 1 time a week and go through that process once? It all saves time that way. One thing I highly recommend, get yourself a rice cooker. You can put the rice in here, the water, flip the switch, boom, it's cooking, and it'll save so much time. You don't even have to watch it. Once it's ready, it will flip back up for you. It does work for you. You don't have to constantly be looking at it. That just eats up time. This is a game changer. Highly recommend you get a rice cooker. You can cook a bunch of rice in one sitting. Very, very low cost. I think this one was only maybe like $25, $30, but it is definitely worth the investment. I've had it for over a year. No problem, nothing wrong with it. Okay, so that's one way to save time with rice. Now let's go on vegetables. Vegetables, you gotta take the time to clean them off. You gotta take the time to chop them up. And what I like to do is get these pre-washed vegetables, real cheap as well. Doesn't cost much, again, generic brand, Kroger, whatever. But it's already washed for you. You don't have to spend so much time in the sink, scrubbing, chopping off, also chopping off the ends, like if it was like a carrot or something, you know, you don't want to eat the end. Just get this pre-washed stuff already. It's in the produce section where the little fridges are. Real easy. And then every day you could just take a handful. Simple. Saves time, saves money. Now, let's talk about breakfast. Everyone's always in a rush in the morning. You're running late for work, you're running late for school, you can't get your life together, and you keep waking up late because you can't find a consistent sleep schedule. First off, grow up. Anyways, eggs. These will save you so much time in the morning. You don't have to scramble them because, like, again, you have to wait for the pan to heat up. You gotta cook the egg, wait for the egg to cook. You gotta wash the pan afterwards. That's gonna eat up time. Boil a bunch of eggs at a time, so that way, throughout the week, you have enough eggs to last you. So I have these eggs right here, along with all of these eggs already boiled. These will all last me throughout the week. What do I gotta do every morning? Pull out 3 or 4, crack them, eat them, boom. All I gotta do is just throw out the shells. Real simple. One tip though, if you are making hard-boiled eggs or soft-boiled, medium-boiled, whatever, do not crack the shell after they've been cooked. So this one just cracked because I accidentally dropped it, but oh well. The reason why is after they're done boiling and you put them in this container, for me I'm going to put in this container, if you remove the shell, then it's just going to be the bare egg in here. After day 3 or 4, they might get a little hard if you're keeping it in the fridge with no lid. They might get a little slimy in there. Just keep them all in the shell. Alright, there is nothing wrong with doing so. So that way the next morning you can crack it yourself. Real simple, time efficient. It's the little thing, guys. It really is the little things. So we got that off the way. Since I have my oats out right here, you can make overnight oats. Get yourself a little container, put the oats, put whatever else you're gonna be putting, let it sit so that the next morning, all you gotta do, pop it out the fridge, boom, ready to eat. Or if you leave it out, want a little warm, do whatever. All right, it's these little things that save up time. Now, we talked about carbs right here. We got our greens, we got our breakfast, all that. What about the main source of protein to build the muscle? Well, if you look over here, what does that look like to you? It's a roasted chicken that's already shredded up, okay? The reason why I like roasted chickens or rotisserie chicken, whatever you want to call it, it is very cheap and it's already cooked for you. Typically, your meat source, your protein source, is going to be taking the longest amount of time to cook, okay? And not only cook, the prep time, if you want to put seasoning or whatever, you want to trim off the fat or whatever, it just takes so much time. Almost every supermarket that I know of will have a rotisserie chicken. All I gotta do is bring it home. It already has a good flavor. It's already cooked. All that I have to do is just shred it. Just take it off. Take off the bones, take off the nerves, the little pieces of fat, the skin if you don't want that. And as you can see, it's ready to go. This will last me a week. If I want to eat a little bit more, I'll get 2 of them per week. Saves a lot of time compared to having to get regular chicken breast or thighs or any other meat. Cut it, prepare it, season it, cook it, and then portion it out. This, I can take a scoop right here. If I say I want 1 cup of chicken, which will typically be around 8 ounces, boom, put it in whatever Tupperware it is I'm getting. This will save you a lot of time. If you were listening carefully, I just brought up the fact, I just said the word Tupperware. Right here. Tupperwares will be your best friends. Portion it out ahead of time. I know some people, they're on the right track, they start meal prepping, but then they put everything in these big containers like this. They put the rice in a big container like this. They put their shredded chicken in that bag like that. And then the next morning, they don't end up eating it because they run out of time, they're running late for work, school, whatever it may be. They don't have time to portion it out in one of these type of Tupperwares. So, best thing you can do, just line them all up, okay? Portion all this stuff out once it's cooked and put it in the fridge afterwards. So the next morning, all you gotta do is just pull one out, put it in your bag, you're ready to go. It's real simple, it's not that complicated. Now, I'm gonna elaborate this one again. Vegetables will always go bad first. So, put your carbs and your meat, so your rice, meat, pasta meat, whatever it may be, in the big container. This is the main one. And then, put the vegetables in a separate container like I did here, because these will go bad first. So if you open up your main meal, like, oh man, it smells bad, it probably went bad. Instead of throwing out the whole thing, it's not the whole meal that went bad. Most likely it was probably just the vegetables. You just waste the entire meal if you throw the whole thing out. By keeping them separated, you open this up, smells good, ready to eat. This may have gone bad already. Oh man, oh well. You can just throw this part out. That's also another reason why I like just eating the raw vegetables like this. It won't go as bad as fast compared to if you were to steam it or whatever it may be. So as you can see, we covered the main food, but we still gotta stay on top of our hydration. Gallon of water, all right? I always hear a lot of people say, I struggle to stay on top of my water intake, or I only brought 1 bottle, or they didn't have a refill station, whatever. Just take a whole gallon, or take a bigger bottle with you, take it wherever you go. It's gonna get lighter throughout the day if you drink it consistently, so it's not like you're having to carry an entire gallon the whole day. Just fill it up at home, take it with you on the go. If you have a regular bottle and then they happen to have a refill station at work or school, whatever, fill it up there. Just find whatever works for you, all right? And all of these are just tips I'm giving you to make sure you stay on top of your meal prepping If you're low on funds, man, get the rotisserie chicken, get eggs in bulk, get the big containers of oats, all right? Find the little things that will make the biggest difference, all right? Remember, it's the little things that add up. If you have any other suggestions or any other tips for either cost or efficiency when it comes to meal prepping, please comment them down below. I'm always looking for ways to cut corners here. Maybe everyone else who's viewing this, maybe they'll get inspired by whatever it is that you're saying as well, all right? So please comment down below. If you haven't already, follow me on Instagram. Link will be down in the description below. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you all next time.